It's Scripts and Killers with Amina Farota. And welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks for sticking with me. And if you are new to the channel, please click on the subscription button and also do not forget to click on the notification bell to get updates from me whenever I upload new videos. So today's episode, we'll be covering the Colt family, Colt Colt. Now, the Colt family's case came into the limelight in October 2012. Like, now, this family started with two couples, Tim Colt and June Colt. Now, the Colt is a pseudonym. Their actual names have been withheld by the Australian government. So this case took place in Australia. Now, Tim and June. Tim was born in the year 1943, while June was born in 1948. And they migrated in 1977. They migrated from New Zealand to Australia, and they moved to Southwest Australia. And within this year, they moved from the West of Australia to the northern part of Australia and to the southern Australia. Now, at this point, they started living in Boa Estate. Now, this case drew public attention in 2012 because a child was communicating with another child in the school. She was telling the child that her sister lives in the bush and her sister is pregnant, and she does not know which of her brother is the father of the child. Now, this is a case of incest, neglect, and abuse. Now, Tim and June Court, they got married in 1966. Now, after their marriage, they had 7 children: Paula, Frank, Betty, Rhonda, Martha, and another Charlie, and then one other one. I may not be able to record the name now. So they had the 7 children. Now, after they had the 7 children, now when Betty, she's the matriarch of the family. Now, she was the one that led. She was the one that was eventually, she's the main person in this story. Now, when Betty was 12 years old, her dad Tim started raping her at the age of 12. So he was raping her, and then at some point she conceived. She was pregnant. She had a daughter for her dad. Now, when she had this daughter, this child had a kidney problem. Now, because there are some dangers of inbreeding, one of which is cognitive impairment. Then they are prone to diseases like these of the heart. They have low resistance to diseases. Some of them have facial some kind of facial deformation. Their mental ability is quite low. Now, she had this child, and this child had a kidney issue. Now, because she wanted her mom, who is June, to donate, she wanted to find out if her mom could donate a kidney to her child, which is the granddaughter of June. The child she fathered with her dad, whose father is her dad, happens to be her dad. She found out that her mom was inbred along the line. Now, this happened in 1977. Now, after she found out her mom was inbred, they just kept living together. Then, after having these 7 children, the Tim was not only having sex with Betty, he continued sleeping with another of his daughter, who is Martha, and then he was also sleeping with Rhonda as well. Now, he was raping 3 of his daughters, and then the sons too, Charlie, along the line, they were raping their sisters as well. So, he ended up fathering 3 kids with the daughter Betty, and then he fathered 5 kids with Rhonda. He fathered 2 kids with Martha. Now, in 2009, their dad died. Then the mom died before the dad. That was in 2005. Their mom, June, died. Now, after the mom died, Betty became the matriarch of the family. Now, Betty moved on from her dad. She started having sex with her elder brother, Charlie. So, when she started having sex with her elder brother, she had 9 kids for her elder brother. Now, one of the sons was named Bobby. And then after she was having sex with her brother, then she was also having sex with her oldest son, who happens to be Bobby. Now, she fathered a child with her oldest son, who is Billy. And then the sisters too, they were also having sex with Charlie. Charlie, the elder brother, was having sex with the sister Rhonda. He was also having sex with the sister Martha. So they were just inbreeding within themselves. Now, while they were giving birth to these children, within the the family, some of the kids from as early as 8 years old, they will tie them to stick. They will tie all the female children to the stick, and then the brothers will come. The brothers will rape them, abuse them from the age of 8 till whenever. Then they will start to give birth to children within the family. And these children, they were living in very unsanitary condition. Like the bed, you can see the bed space. They had just 3 bed spaces. Then these 3 bed spaces, as at the time this family was discovered, they had up to like there were 4 generations of incest, 4 generations of inbreeding, and then there were over like 40 children that were living in a tent that had just 3 bed spaces. So these children were managing in this place. Now, some of these children did not even know how to use toilet paper, as in tissue paper. They no sabi, they no know am. And then they had a bike, like this bike the one children play with, and then some of the children had broken arms because their siblings would often force them, beat them to sleep with them and impregnate them. So some of them, now when they will get pregnant, sometimes these children will miscarry. They will just like they will be forced to miscarry, and then sometimes because they don't even know which of the sibling is the father of the child, because they will just rape them in turns, like on a daily, or in fact. So most of these children, they had facial deformation, some had kidney issues, some had heart issues. Then some could not even learn. Like, and the children around this, the children will, when they want to play, like they were into, like they would torture the animals. They had many animals in their farm, so some of them would torture the animals as like just to pass away time. They will cut off like the genitals of animals just to like catch cruise. So these children, they will beat the girls, rape them. They didn't care how the children live. These children will not learn. It's only when like these people that are in charge of like welfare in Australia, then when they will come, these are the only time that these children will receive like some form of learning. So they couldn't write, they didn't know anything, like they were just living there. They lived in the bush, tents that were in on the family farm in family land was like inside the bush, and that was where they were living. So this children, there was one of these kids that a kid was in school, and another kid was talking to another child that was in school. Was telling the child that their younger brother, her younger sister is pregnant and she lives in the nearby bush, but she doesn't know who amongst her brother, the father of these children, is the father of the child. Now, this child went straight to the school principal, and he or she rather immediately reported the issue. That was in 2010. But when this issue was reported, they needed investigation. When they got to the bush, the child was already disappeared. The child searching, they were looking for the children. Then finally in 2012, the case gained recognition. Now, the lead investigator in this case was one Peter Yeomans. Peter Yeomans has said that the case is like it's something that he has never seen before. He has never seen something like this before. So while they were investigating, they eventually came to find out that Betty, at this time, she was about 46 years old, so she was the matriarch of the family. So in 2015, Betty was arrested. Her son too, Bobby, was arrested. And then when they were arrested, when they went through her phone, they discovered text message like sexual, some kind of sexual videos of exchange of sexual stuff between herself and her oldest son, and between herself and her elder brother. So when she was arrested, she also tried to like some of the kids were like the one that was reporting in the school. He was arrested. He was taken into custody by the government. They seized like 4 of the kids, of which one of them was Billy, the child she had with her eldest son. So she was planning to like break into custody, or break into the cell rather, to abduct the child and then run away with the child. So when she was arrested and then she went to jail. Like these people, they don't even see anything wrong in what they are doing. So they did not, like they just felt like it was okay for them to constantly rape their siblings, abuse them, get them pregnant, have kids, do not take care of them. They don't eat. Like when they went to the kitchen area just they had only the gas stove and where they wash the dishes, just those 2 items there. So So like Betty stayed in prison for some years. She was finally released in 2020. When she was released with her brother, she moved on. She moved from Ibowa. She moved to southern Australia. And currently she's living there. The identities of the children were hidden. Some of the, I think about 9 of the children were taken into custody by the government. Then some of them they just kind of like spread round, they just spread themselves within towns in Australia. So some were never found. Then Martha too, she continued having kids with them. At one point, Martha was also arrested. She was brought into custody. She was charged to court for child neglect, abuse, and incest. So, and then Rhonda too. Rhonda, she was also arrested, including the eldest brother Charlie. Now, sometimes this Charlie will often disguise himself as a Santa Claus. He will just keep just to like entertain the family. At other time, he will just so this was just how they kept living their life. This is how they are living their life. So some of these families are just scattered around town with cognitive impairment. Some are so poor, they are just within, and while some are taken into custody and their identities are being hidden because they want these children, they do not want these children to be stigmatized. Now currently, Betty Colt is still alive. She has a Facebook account. She uses her original name. And then recently, it was I think in 2020, I think early this year, I think it should be March this year. So somebody made a post on Facebook. The person said a mother and the son are deeply in love, and then the state wouldn't allow them to express their love for each other, and they are willing to like go against the law to prove their love for each other. So it was, and then she under the comment section, she said, "Wow, that's so sad that she can understand what it is." So this means Betty still has this incestuous instinct, and she is still living with one of she's lived with her eldest daughter. Her eldest daughter is currently 36 years now, the one she had with her father, and then she's living with one of her brother as well. So this the incest continues. So that's it for me today, guys. You tell me what you think about this the Colt family. Do you think it is normal, or do you think just let me know what you think in the comment section, guys.